Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This video is about soft tissue tumors of muscle tissue. These are the references for this video. The skeletal muscles are mainly derived from within the myotomes, but also from the mesoderm in the head and neck region through the formation of myoblast and eventually of myotubes. Morphologically, the myofibril are composed of two types of the microfilament. One is thin type, that is made of actin, and thick microfilament are made of myosin. The periodic arrangement of these two thick and thin fibers will result in cross bending, which is seen at microscopy. The I or isotropic bands are made only of thin filaments. Adjacent A or anisotropic bands is a zone of overlapping of thin and thick filaments. H band is purely made of thick myofilaments, and while this I band is divided in its center by the Z line or disc, which is thought to serve as an attachment site for the sarcomere, that is the repeating individual unit of the muscle fiber. Rhabdomyoma are rare benign soft tissue tumors, and there are two types, the adult and fetal type. Cardiac rhabdomyoma are associated with tuberous sclerosis syndrome, and these are not true neoplasm. Adult type of the rhabdomyoma almost exclusively occur in oral cavity and its vicinity in adult patient. This is a multifocal rhabdomyoma that is located on the base of the tongue, and the rhabdomyoma is reddish brown in appearance and it is nodular. It is usually an incidental microscopic finding, can be multifocal, and it recurs locally. On histology, the cells are well differentiated, large, round, polygonal, with abundant acidophilic cytoplasm that contain variable amount of lipid and glycogen. Some cells have features of spider cell, as is seen in this photomicrograph. Cross striation and intracytoplasmic rod-like inclusions are frequent, and intranuclear inclusions may be seen. No mitotic activity or nuclear atypia is present. The fetal type of the rhabdomyoma almost exclusively occur in two locations. One is the head and neck area behind the ear in children under 3 years of age, and another is the vulvovaginal region of middle-aged women, that is also termed as genital rhabdomyoma. On microscopy, there are two types of the picture. One is termed as classic and another is intermediate one. The classic form of the fetal type are very cellular, formed by immature skeletal muscle fibers, and some may contain cross striation and primitive mesenchymal cells. Their development is equivalent to that of fetal skeletal muscle of 7 to 12 weeks of gestation. Nuclear aberrations are absent and mitosis are rare. There is myxoid change in vulvovaginal cases, while the intermediate variety is composed of large ganglion cell rhabdomyoblast with vesicular nuclei and prominent nucleoli. There are interlacing ribbon or strap-like rhabdomyoblast with deeply acidophilic cytoplasm, and fascicle that simulate smooth muscle plexiform pattern with infiltration of the fat and intimate relationship with the peripheral nerve. The rhabdomyosarcoma are malignant mesenchymal tumors with skeletal muscle differentiation. There are 4 subtypes of the rhabdomyosarcoma. These are alveolar, embryonal, pleomorphic, and spindle cell or sclerosing type. The alveolar type accounts for 20%, while the embryonal accounts for about half of the cases of the rhabdomyosarcoma. The pleomorphic variety is 20% and spindle cell sclerosing variety about 10% of the cases. The two-thirds of the cases of this rhabdomyosarcoma, they occur in childhood and adolescence and comprise of alveolar type and embryonal type, while the pleomorphic affect adults, while spindle cell and sclerosing type of the rhabdomyosarcoma can affect at any age. The pediatric type of this rhabdomyosarcoma, that is alveolar and embryonal type, they usually affect sinuses, head and neck, and genitourinary tract, while the other types, the pleomorphic, spindle cell, and sclerosing, affect the extremities. The embryonal, pleomorphic, and spindle cell sclerosing type are genetically heterogeneous, while the alveolar type of the rhabdomyosarcoma is associated with FOXO1 PEX translocation. There is FOXO1 translocation with either PEX3 or PEX7, in which there is chromosome 2 or 13 or chromosome 1 or 13 translocation is there, and this PEX3 is a transcription factor that initiates the skeletal muscle differentiation, while the chimeric protein, due to translocation, it interferes with differentiation. This rhabdomyosarcoma is the most frequent soft tissue sarcoma of children and young adult. The embryonal rhabdomyosarcoma on gross appearance is a gray gelatinous infiltrative mass that grows between the muscle or in the deep subcutaneous tissue, but it has no direct relationship to the skeletal muscle. The tumor cells recapitulate skeletal muscles at various stages of differentiation, and there can be presence of sheets of primitive round and spindle cells that are present in myxoid stroma. The rhabdomyoblast with visible cross striation can be seen, and there is a special entity that is termed as sarcoma botrytis. This sarcoma botrytis is an embryonal rhabdomyosarcoma variant that develops in the wall of the hollow mucosal lined structure such as the nasopharynx, common bile duct, bladder, and vagina. The characteristic feature of the sarcoma botrytis, which is a polypoid tumor, is the presence of dense zone of undifferentiated tumor cells that lie just beneath the epithelium, and this is known as Nicholson cadmium layer. In this photomicrograph, this is the sarcoma botrytis of a common bile duct, and these undifferentiated cells are just nesting below the lining epithelium. On the left, this is the low power view of rhabdomyosarcoma embryonal type. This is showing the rhabdomyoblast at various stages of differentiation, and some of the cells are small round cell, and some cells are large polyhedral having hyperchromatic nuclei, and they have got deeply eosinophilic cytoplasm. On high power view, that is on the right side of this field, there is presence of differentiated cells. These are strap cells, and they have got clear cross striation. The alveolar variety of the rhabdomyosarcoma is named so due to its resemblance histological resemblance to the alveoli of the lung. It is grossly a soft white tumor that is embedded in muscle, and histologically it is a network of the fibrous septi that divide the cells into clusters and aggregate that create crude resemblance to the pulmonary alveoli. The cells in the center of the aggregate are only minimally cohesive, while the cells at the periphery adhere to the septi. Tumor cells are uniform and round with little cytoplasm, and cross striation in these are uncommon. This photomicrograph is showing that these are the small round cells with little cytoplasm and hyperchromatic nuclei, and some cells are attached to the septa that is traversing in the center. This is a low power view of the alveolar rhabdomyosarcoma that is showing that there is a fibrous stroma, and among these fibrous stroma there is nesting of discohesive small round cells. The pleomorphic variety of rhabdomyosarcoma is characterized by a well-circumscribed, soft, whitish mass with areas of hemorrhage and necrosis. It is composed of multinucleated or large cells which are bizarre in shape and having eosinophilic cytoplasm, and they overlap with other features of pleomorphic sarcomas. The immunohistochemistry such as myogenin staining is necessary to confirm rhabdomyoblastic differentiation. The spindle cell variety may occur in children or adult. The spindle cells are there, and these are arranged in fascicles or in storiform pattern, and in children they usually affect paratesticular region and have got a favorable prognosis, while in adults they tend to affect head and neck region and have got a bad prognosis. The rhabdomyoblasts are usually or occasionally present in these spindle cell type of the rhabdomyosarcoma. The sclerosing type exhibit dense collagenous sclerotic stroma, and it may affect in any age, but extremities are usually involved. The biologic behavior of rhabdomyosarcoma is aggressive, while the treatment is resection and chemotherapy with or without radiation therapy. The prognosis is correlated with histologic type and location, and the factors that indicate a worse prognosis are age more than 10 years, tumor size greater than 5 cm, alveolar and pleomorphic subtypes, and advanced stage of the disease. The most favorable prognosis is associated with sarcoma botrytis, while pleomorphic rhabdomyosarcoma is often fatal. The smooth muscle tumors characterized histologically by fascicles of spindle cells with brightly eosinophilic cytoplasm and cylindrical nuclei. They are immunohistochemically positive for smooth muscle actin, muscle specific actin, and desmin. They arise in site associated with normal smooth muscles, including erector pili muscle in the dermis, blood vessel wall in subcutaneous or deep somatic tissue, and the muscular wall of the esophagus or uterus. They are benign smooth muscles tumor, and they often arise in the uterus and the most common neoplasm in women. Depending on their number, size, and location, the uterine leiomyoma may cause a variety of symptoms, including menorrhagia and infertility.
The pilar leiomyomas arise from the cutaneous erector pili muscle, and GIT leiomyoma arise from deep soft tissue of the GIT. The leiomyoma have got a germline loss of function mutation in the fumarate hydratase gene on chromosome number 1, and this lead to multiple cutaneous leiomyoma, uterine leiomyomas, and renal cell carcinoma. This fumarate hydratase is a Krebs cycle enzyme, and the association between leiomyoma and fumarate hydratase is an example of the link between metabolic abnormalities and the development of neoplasia. Morphologically, the leiomyoma are firm, gray-white, well-circumscribed nodule, and the soft tissue leiomyomas are usually 1 to 2 centimeter. Histologically, these are fascicles of densely eosinophilic spindle cells that often intersect each other at right angle. The tumor cells have blunted and elongated nuclei that imparts them an appearance of cigar, and there is minimal atypia and few mitotic figure. The leiomyosarcoma is a malignant tumor of the smooth muscle, and it usually arises from the wall of the blood vessel in the deep soft tissue of the extremities or in the retroperitoneum. They usually affect adult women, and the fetal form usually arises from the great vessel, often from the inferior vena cava. They have got a complex genotype due to underlying defects in the genomic stability. They present as painless firm masses. The retroperitoneal tumors may be large and bulky and cause abdominal symptoms. The morphology of the leiomyosarcoma. The leiomyosarcoma are well circumscribed, but they are larger and softer than leiomyomas, and they often exhibit areas of necrosis, hemorrhage, and cystic degeneration. They microscopically show eosinophilic spindle cells with blunt-ended hyperchromatic nuclei arranged in interweaving fascicles. The well-differentiated tumor have got elongated nuclei and eosinophilic cytoplasm. The poorly differentiated ones show marked increased cellularity and severe cytologic atypia, while they are differentiated from leiomyoma mainly by the cellularity, atypia, mitotic activity, and necrosis, which also indicate prognosis. Immunohistochemically, they are positive for smooth muscle lectin, desmin, and caldesmon. The treatment of the leiomyosarcoma depends on tumor size, location, and grade. While it metastasizes eventually, although the dissemination may occur as late as 15 or more years after the excision of the primary tumor. This gross picture is showing a leiomyosarcoma that is filling the lumen of popliteal vein and its branches. The popliteal artery is uninvolved. The prognosis of this leiomyosarcoma, the superficial or cutaneous leiomyosarcoma are usually small and they have a good prognosis, while those involving retroperitoneum are large because they are frequently unresectable and often fatal as a result of local extension and metastatic spread, especially to the lung. EBV associated smooth muscle tumors are distinctive subgroup of smooth muscle tumor that occur in immunocompromised patients. They mostly affect children and young adults who are infected with HIV or are status post-organ transplant. The tumor may be multifocal or multicentric, and The histologic appearance is variable and all display a degree of mitotic activity and numerous intralesional T lymphocytes. Death due to this tumor is rare, but most patients have persistent disease.